What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Broke Man Finance. I'm your co-host Andrew, and today you're gonna get right into it. But as always, before we get started, do the channel a favor, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button so you get good content and get an update when we're pushing out new videos. So if you're one of those investors that jumped in on Tesla in the early days, or if you didn't jump on Tesla and you missed that huge surge and missed out on all those profits that we're seeing all these people have the past couple months and years of Tesla, then you want to watch this video. Now, back in 2017, I was one of those people who did initially buy in on Tesla. In 2017, I was deployed to Kuwait, part of the military, and Tesla was around $200 a share. And I just thought, like $200 a share was a little high. You didn't have the fractional shares that are offered through like M1 Finance and Robinhood back then. So I didn't purchase in because, I was like, well, I can only buy 1 or 2 shares. Maybe Tesla is kind of on the top end of their game. They don't have a dip. No one really cares about the electric vehicles. And I was an idiot. Freaking idiot. And missed out. We all know electric vehicles are the new thing. It is the hot topic. Stock, news, production, whatever you're looking at, it is the hot, cool thing in today's market. We see companies such as Tesla or Nikola, however you pronounce it. I'm from the South, if you can't already tell by my accent, so I'm probably butchering the name of the company. But we see them companies as being leaders in innovation and creativity. These companies are leading the pack of car manufacturers, truck manufacturers, being in the forefront of technology because we're looking at producing vehicles with hardly no emissions compared to today's current standards, or even standards 5 years ago, because we've seen them drastically change over simply the past 5 to 10 years. It doesn't matter what side of the argument you may be on climate change, whether you don't believe in it or if you do believe in it. If you're an investor, anyone with common sense can see that this is the new norm. With innovation, with government regulations, activism, this is gaining momentum each and every day, and you're either going to be on the forefront of it as an investor and be able to reap those benefits, such as being an investor with Tesla early on, or you don't watch this go by you and you'll miss out on all the profits and all the surge of the stock prices we've seen lately. So today's company, we're not talking about Tesla, we're not talking about these other companies that has flooded YouTube. Today we're talking about Workhorse, or Workhorse Group Incorporated. So first of all, who is Workhorse Group Incorporated? Well, they first started off years ago, they was A&P Electric Vehicles. They've had some merging, and they're headquartered currently in Loveland, Ohio, and they have a factory in Union City, Indiana. Their main product is electric delivery vans that you'll see and we'll talk about here later on in the video. Now, while Tesla has a huge market on the sedans and the spaceships, which I don't think any company's gonna touch them, and then Nikola, having the semi-trucks, electric semi-trucks, Workhorse has really narrowed their vision to electronic delivery vans. These are replacing the diesel delivery vans or gas delivery vans that we've seen or been accustomed to, such as UPS, FedEx, now even the Amazon delivery vans we see pretty much on my road every day because my wife is always ordering Amazon. Their main product is a next-gen electric delivery van. This vehicle weighs approximately 5,500 pounds and can hold about 1,000 cubic feet of product or cargo space in the back of the van. It can also carry about 5,000 pounds of cargo or product. Now, with a 60 kilowatt battery, this vehicle can go up to 100 miles without having to recharge. And their analysis is that it costs about $6 for every 100 miles that this vehicle travels, which is a huge savings for companies such as FedEx and UPS, which we'll get to later on in the video. So this is a company, Workhorse, that just didn't get started overnight. They've been around for a while. Again, back in 2007 when it was created, they IPO'd in 2015. Now, back in 2018, UPS won a contract to purchase 950 electric delivery vans for their fleet. UPS stated at their early analysis that purchasing one of these electric delivery vans would save them on average $170,000 per vehicle if this vehicle lasts a lifespan around 20 years. So another thing that's making this stock surge here recently and is making it a sexy stock or a hot topic stock is currently the United States Postal Service is seeking bids from mainly 4 companies, Workhorse being one of them, for a contract upwards to $6 billion. This contract closed out in 2 days, on the 14th, I believe. If Workhorse gets a part of this or gets the entire contract, it is again valued at $6 billion worth of revenue to produce roughly around 180,000 delivery vans for the USPS's fleet. So here's one of the reasons why I'm liking this company, and that's innovation. Companies are having fierce competitors right now. If you're not on the forefront of innovation, you're gonna get left behind. Think of Kodak years ago. They were left behind. Nobody even knows who Kodak was because they got bought out. They didn't have a product. They wasn't innovative with the phones. They didn't foresee cell phones putting them out of business or digital photography. But companies like Tesla have been innovative, and companies like Workhorse, they have the innovation, they have the drive, they have that vision for 5-10 years in advance to see where their product is going to be, and not only to see where their product's going to be, but to see that there's multiple amount of companies that don't have a need for the product. And at today's time with technology, it's all about being innovative, and I always choose that as the number one reason why I purchase a stock, because if the company doesn't have vision or the company doesn't have a direction on where it's going to be at, I'm not going to be a part of it because it's not going to be sustainable. Second reason is climate change. And I'm not getting into a political argument or activist argument on climate change, but we're talking about electric vehicles. With today's government's adding more regulations each and every day, individual states adding more regulations, being able to adapt to climate change or the regulations associated with climate change is a huge factor. Just today, the California Air Resources Board basically announced their approval of this vehicle, where consumers can purchase the vehicle and they get a kickback from purchasing the vehicle, basically saying it's safe for California rules. Now, if you know anything about regulations, especially with climate control, California with the smog and the pollution is one of the strictest states in the United States as far as pollution and emissions controls. So this company having basically the stamp of approval from California saying it's good to go is a huge factor on being able to fulfill orders. So the third thing is excitement. Right now we see Tesla, Nikola, Helium. If you Google or YouTube top 3 stocks, top 5 stocks, you're probably gonna see one, if not all of these companies in that person's portfolio or their breakdown of a stock you should buy. It's just cool times. If you would have told me 20 years ago or 15 years ago that we'd be having just a huge boom in electric vehicles, semi-trailers that were gonna be electric, pulling 53-foot trailers full of cargo, or if you was gonna have an Amazon or FedEx truck being all electric, I probably wouldn't believe you. But the fact is, we're here right now. It's exciting times, and it's also exciting times as an investor to make that money. Now, the downside of having excitement into a stock, as we've seen with these electric vehicles, is sometimes there's so much money dumped into the market or dumped into that particular stock, the price is overinflated. We see that with a variety of different issues. So this is one stock that you do have to be careful on to make sure it's not overinflated. So you have to do your own research. You have to think, is this a stock that I can see buying in at $15 a share? It's going to be $30 a share next year. Or could it be like Tesla and just keep smashing those glass ceilings, breaking those records, and having tremendous growth over the past 5 years? So the last thing was financials. Workhorse has shown that it has the ability to produce a vehicle, have that need for that vehicle, sell that vehicle to companies like 2018 UPS bought those 950 trucks, and now be on a short list for a contract to produce up to 180,000 vehicles for the United States Postal Service, upwards of $6 billion. If Workhorse gets a fraction of this contract, gets half of this contract, or God forbid, the entire contract, this stock is going to explode. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the next Tesla. Don't read into it and don't quote me on that. What I'm saying is this company has great potential. It has a solid vision, it has an innovative product, and it has a demand for their product. Right now, around $15 a share is what their stock's trading for. If they continue to get contracts such as with the UPS or FedEx or even Amazon, or if they get a fraction of this $6 billion contract that's up for grabs right now by the United States Postal Service, this stock was going to take off. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you've already purchased into this stock, or if there's something I didn't talk about as far as a contract or financials that I missed, please put that information in the comment section. I'd love to hear your feedback on it. And as always, thanks for watching.